And welcome to QuadV.com. Of course, you're watching the World Cyber Games. I'm Mike Benedict. Joining me, the one, the only, the legendary Sean Clark, aka Apollo. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm very good. Thanks for the great intro.
No worries, man. You're an absolute legend. The first gold medal ever for the World Cyber Games, or even medal, I guess, for the UK. So you must have been pretty proud last year doing that.
Yeah, for sure. It's like something I've always wanted to do from the start of gaming is the World Cyber Games, and I managed to pull that off last year, so that was great.
Well, we're playing Command&Conquer. Of course, you won with Tiberium Wars. We're playing Kane's Wrath today, so a little different. And of course, it's the Hackenheinrich from Germany versus Seeker from the Czech Republic as we get things underway here on Tournament Decision. And of course, we're going to see some build orders kind of being set up now. What are we seeing right now? Apollo, just run us through it.
You can see both players have started off with building two barracks on either side of their base, and along with two engineers to capture the nearby Tiberium spikes. Once you capture the bonus for destruction, and then you reload after a few seconds, so every few seconds you're going to tick. So it's very worth going for these spikes in the early stages of the game.
So trying to build up the economies rather quickly. You're seeing, of course, the red team start in the bottom left, blue team up in the top right. And buildings being captured now, trying to get rid of those engineers moving towards the other base. Now, how important would be that firefight up on top there?
That firefight's just really for scanning, so each player has select infantry in the base.
Just a little skirmish there, in and out. And harvester-wise, what kind of setup would you have here for collecting some gem?
Well, it's kind of an aggressive start by the GDI player, so if I was the NOG player right now, I'd concentrate on by the GDI player. Having to retreat his harvesters to the water faction. He needs to keep that alive because that's really vital at this stage of the game. Trading fires again, NOG player giving them back to him. It is harvesters as well.
And the harvester's completely unprotected over here too, so this could be actually a really good push here.
So losing harvesters in this game is really important. You should not be losing harvesters.
Finally sending a couple units over there to protect it. It really just left himself completely wide open there.
Now he's built scorpions out to defend against this attack.
Of course, the tower is built up too early in the game. Pretty good on a map like this, probably for protection, especially on the close side tip fields in the bottom right.
Yeah, for sure. So each player wants the house to reach and defended as well. So each player just slowed each other down really. It's not too big involved so far.
How important are the small skirmishes at the beginning when you're just kind of trying to feel out your opponent?
Well, both players are just testing each other, seeing how they'd react. It's very important because you have a feel of the player, how they're going to react, what they're going to do next, and you get to see what he's planning and how he's going to, plan his next move.
Now up top,
just looking over the GDI harvesters, regaining some supplies which he's lost.
With you, what faction would you have taken on this map?
If I was playing this map, I would have definitely taken the Scorpions. It's my favourite faction. I feel they're the strongest. As we see here, we have the Scorpions coming in. GDI really doesn't look like it has any forces to defend this. One Predator tank has been built.
Maybe be pretty easily taken out where he manages to back off. He's almost like he's willing to try to cause some havoc with the harvesters and so on, and just turn the economy straight away.
GDI plays a little more direct. So the GDI player defense is kind of easy.
Actually losing both Scorpions in the end, so maybe not such a great push at the start there by the sprint player.
The Scorpion comes over to defend the small attack. As you can see, the ball's backing away and destroyed by an easy Scorpion. Now GDI pushes forward, 2 orcas visible there, 2 super tanks. It's going to be really interesting to see how the Nod player defends this. Here comes the GDI push into the base. More offers coming and a pitbull. As you can see, the Nod player is defending his Buggy's chasing down the wood. But I really think the Nod player has lost a lot of money and resources to lose 2 harvesters. He also defended with 2, but that was a vital blow to the Nod player.
Well, the Nod player, of course, Seeker from the Czech Republic, Heinrich up in the top left there as a GDI, or top right, sorry, and really trying to defend some pushes that aren't really doing much at all here.
Yeah, as you can see, the buggies are coming in from the Nod player, and this is to put pressure back onto the GDI player. He's going to have to find a way to save himself. Shots are exchanged, more down. 4 out of 5 many buggies left, and I feel the last one's just about to die. As you can see there, he's just built a refinery, which is leading him down into the other Tiberian field, southeast.
Do you ever see any, like, neither player has really packed up their base and moved it at all? Are we going to see that soon at all, or do you think he's just going to keep pushing down the side there?
Well, that's the standard way to play. The Nod player cannot move his MCV, he can't afford it because he's taking such hits so early on. I'm not really sure what the GDI player was playing with, building a refinery at that position. But in long term, it's really bad play. Just because the harvester takes so long to get back up to the refinery, I would have probably moved my MCV.
Well, now the GDI player, Heinrich, taking control of 3 TIB fields now, so he's looking really solid, but really hasn't done very much force-wise. Really starting to push.
Very bad. He lost like 3 orcas and a pitbull. He didn't even take out the harvester. I mean, that was a really bad move. He needed to take out that harvester to make that move positive and long term. Now we have the Nod player going back and forth. We're going to have a look. GDI player, keep what he's up to, keep finding out what he's playing. As you can see, C&C3 scouting is real vital and important. Just because if you don't know what your opponent is doing, you're at a significant disadvantage. As you can see, the MCV has been moved as I predicted earlier.
So he built the refinery and then moves the base. And do you think that was a wise move with the refinery at all, or do you think it's going to not make any difference?
So I think he should have waited and moved the MC first and then built the refinery closer to the Tiberian field. Now we have GDI pushing with 2 Predator tanks, the Shadow. The GDI player is really on top at the moment, I feel. He's got an expansion already. Nod player has not. He's making the moves. Nod player is always on the back foot, having to react.
Just the infrastructure that the GDI players managed to put up in fairly quickly, while the Nod player is really just trying to push and feel the other guy out. Didn't take any sort of notice of it, and I think he really has come out on top so far.
Slight few shots and shields there. These shadows are brought in with the Predators as they are decently effective against the infantry. And also, as you can see, very effective against the units that clump together because they have radius on the fire, splash damage.
The one thing that really does surprise me about Command&Conquer compared to a lot of other RTS games is, of course, the fact that it actually does have a real military sense. You do see other players backing each other, different units backing one another up and so on. And, of course, heavy artillery there, for an example, backing up the tanks.
Kane's Wrath and C&C3, and C&C3 was lots of battles with just one unit was used. And in Kane's Wrath, I guess EA have changed that around. So you see many different units being produced, just because the counters are so different in this game.
Do you think that perhaps because, like, if a game goes on long enough and you start seeing things like elite units and so on, that the elite units become those one-on-one type units?
Yes, elite units are really effective in this game, just because you're not seeing stuff units on the battlefield. So when you have an elite unit, you really have to take care of them, look after it in your life.
Right now, it's
GDI players, destroying the Tiberian itself, taking down the players in the game.
that's probably going to be it right there, I would say.
The Nod Blade's really trapped behind his base. The Eye Blade's expanded. He's got his own Tyrant space still alive. So I don't know if this is really present with any significant damage.
What do you think he could do? What are his options right now?
Well, his options, he needs to be more aggressive. He's on the back foot all the time. He needs to stop it. He's just defending all the time. He needs to expand because soon his Tyrant field's going to run out. And this is the Predator version. They've got upgraded
Just coming in and absolutely wreaking havoc down.
Orc is coming in. This is definitely it.
An absolute chaos raining down right now on the Czech Republic. Seeker being pretty much manhandled here. Just didn't have the infrastructure set up or built, and absolutely being demolished here.
This is very well played by him. I'm very impressed with how he played.
Well, the upgrades on the Scorpions there, or the tanks, is absolutely being what's going to make the difference here.
Yeah.
The infantry and so on, being unable to do anything.
It's so effective.
I'm really surprised we haven't seen a GG yet. Good, that's really good Seeker right now. Just having to pray for something this big to happen, which is, of course, probably not going to happen. He's just letting it happen. I'm surprised he's just letting this carry on. Maybe hoping, there, GG, there we go. That's all she wrote. Heinrich from Germany walking away victorious really easily there with the GDI here in tournament decision. You hear the applause of the crowd. Apollo joining me here for this C&C3. Absolutely fantastic. Run us through some stats here. Basically,
you can see the resources being built up, and you can see the Nod Blade just on the bottom of
the economy of Heinrich.
Yeah.
Or Hackenheinrich absolutely outstripping his opponent.
12-minute match.